Shall we start, Amarjit?
Yeah.
Yes, you can start the meet.
Okay. So, very good evening, everyone. Myself, Aditya Saxena. I am one of the coordinators of this event, IOT, and the other coordinator is Amarjit. So, in this workshop, we will be studying about Internet of Things, the basics of Internet of Things. As you might already know, this event is based upon IoT, so it's only natural for us to understand what IoT is. Okay, Amarjit, next slide. So, IoT stands for Internet of Things. It is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. In simple words, it is a network of devices connected to one another that transfer data automatically between each other, and it does some meaningful tasks. Uh, you can better understand it with an example. Let's take an example of bike helmet crash sensor. It will have some sensors which will detect impact with something, and accordingly, certain tasks and accordingly, like airbag can be opened or something like that can happen. Other examples include RFID smart guns, smart tennis rackets, Wi-Fi type writers, smart smoke detectors, air quality sensors, etc. So basically, in short, we are building smart devices in IoT. Next item, Ajit. So next we come to history of IoT. As you can see from the dates, IoT is a relatively newer field. It has a lot of opportunities in research and as well as in cooperative. In 1999, the term IoT was used by Kevin Ashton during his work at P&G, which became widely accepted. In 2004, the term was mentioned in famous publications like The Guardian, Boston Globe, and Scientific American. 2005, UN's International Telecommunication Union (ITU) published its first report on this topic. In 2008, the Internet of Things was born. This was the first time the Internet of Things was actually going worldwide. It was known by everyone. In 2011, Gartner, the market research company, included the Internet of Things technology in their research. Amarjit, next slide. So next we come to how IoT works. This is one of the most important part of this workshop. IoT basically has four units: sensors and devices, which are the most important unit. They collect data. Connectivity, uh, it sends data that we have collected from sensors and devices to the cloud. Data processing, that data we have collected, making that data useful. That's done in this part. And user interface. In this, we deliver information to the user. Now let's look at it. Let's look at all of them one by one. Amarjit, next. So first we will look at sensors and devices. Sensors or devices are a key component that helps you to collect live data from the surrounding environment. All this data may have various level of complexity. This here is a very important point. Data can have many level of complexities. It could be a very simple temperature monitoring sensor, or it may be a video feed. So if you are making a driverless car, then you will have the camera as one of the device, and it will be giving you image, which will be your input, which will be a very huge data. Okay, next. Connectivity. All the connected data is sent to a cloud infrastructure. The sensor should be connected to the cloud using various mediums of communication. These communication mediums include mobile or satellite networks, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, WAN, etc. So this is where the internet and Internet of Things comes from. We use Wi-Fi mediums or Bluetooth and many times internet to connect devices. Next. Data processing. Once the data is collected and it gets to the cloud, the software performs processing on the gathered data. This process can be just checking the temperature reading or devices like AC or heaters. However, it can sometimes also be very complex, like identifying object using computer vision on videos. So, for example, if you're making a driverless car, you got the photo of the road that is in front. Now, using computer vision, you can identify the path that we would have to take. That is done in this stage. Next, user interface. The information needs to be available to the end user in some way, which can be achieved by triggering alarms on their phones or sending them notification through email or text messages. The user sometimes might need an interface which actively checks their IoT systems. For example, the user has a camera installed in his house. He wants to access video recording and all the feeds with the help of a web server. It's pretty simple. There is nothing much here. Yeah, if the user wants to check the state of the system, then it can be checked. It is checked in this stage. Next, Anuji. So, what is an example of an Internet of Things device? Internet of Things device can be a light bulb that can be switched on using a smartphone app, or it could be a motion sensor or smart thermostat in your office, or a connected street light. And IoT device could be as fluffy as a child's toy or as serious as a driverless truck. So its potential is huge. IoT's potential is huge. You can create many things with it. It can be a very small thing or it can be a very large thing. Uh, it could even be used as a part of a system. Like in a jet engine, nowadays we have thousands of sensors that collect and transmit data to make sure it operates efficiently. It is another way of using IoT. Amarjit, next. So, what are the advantages of IoT? Its ability to access information from anywhere at any time on any device. Next, another is improved communication between connected electronic devices and transferring data packets over a connected network, saves times and money. And finally, automating tasks helps to improve the quality of a business services and reduces the need for human intervention. So basically, it makes things faster and more reliable, and and in short, saves a lot of money, which is wasted on useless things. Amanit, next. Next, we look at what are the disadvantages of IoT. As the number of connected devices increases and more information is shared between devices, the potential that a hacker could steal confidential information also increases. So it's natural if the number of devices are increasing, then more data will be transferring. So a hacker can get more links to steal data. Enterprises may eventually have to deal with massive numbers, maybe even millions of IoT devices, and that collect and manage data from all those devices will be a very big task, very challenging task. So as the number of devices increase in an IoT system, more data is transferred. So it becomes a really big challenge to manage all that data. Next is, if there's a bug in the system, it's likely that every connected device will become corrupted. Next, since there's no international standard of compatibility for IoT, it's difficult for devices from different manufacturers to communicate with each other. Now, this is a very important point because there's not a fixed way of doing things in IoT. There is not a standard way of doing things in IoT. Our problem can be solved in many different ways. So it's also this point is actually an advantage and disadvantage both at the same time. Amarjit, next. Amarjit, next slide. Uh, So why is Internet of Things so important? It has, we have already seen their advantage, but still, let's have a look at it again. Over the past few years, IoT has become one of the most important technologies of the 21st century. You might have heard of few technologies, 4 or 5 technologies that are seeing a boom in recent times. One of them is IoT, others are ML, blockchain, and some other I don't remember their name. These all technologies are seeing a very huge boom. IoT is one of them, and that is why we have included as an event here. Now that we can connect everyday objects, kitchen appliances, cars, thermostat, baby monitors to the internet via embedded devices, seamless communication is possible between people, processes, and things. So it's make things automatic. That's one point. That is why IoT is seeing a very huge boom. By means of low-cost computing, the cloud, big data, analytics, and mobile technologies, physical things can share and collect data with minimum human intervention. Same thing, it's becoming faster and automatic. That's why we are using IoT. Next slide. What are the benefits of IoT to the organization? The IoT can help businesses to monitor their business processes. They improve their customer experience, which is very important for businesses who use product as their sell point. It saves times and money, enhance employee productivity, integrate and adapt business models, make better business decisions, and generate more revenue. So basically, it's saving them time and money, and also increasing and it also increases productivity. That is why business like to use IoT a lot. Next slide. What's in it for you? So we have seen why businesses use IoT, but why should you use IoT? So first of all, many companies like Cisco, ARM, Huawei, Bosch, and Siemens work on IoT and appreciate candidates who are familiar with it. You will be having your interviews in your second year, for in your third year, in the beginning of your third year, for your internships. Many interviewers actually like IoT. IoT is a booming technology and not many people know about it. So they prefer candidates who are familiar with it. It's a new and emerging field, so there are a lot of research opportunities, as well as it is a great asset to have if you are planning to have a startup. Because in a startup you might have to build a project or a product which will use IoT in some way or another. Could be useful for exploratory projects. In your second year, in this coming sem, fourth sem, you have to build an exploratory project. Second year might already know about it. First year might not know about it. So if you're building a project in core, then you might need IoT in some way or another. It gives you a unique and exciting project that is sure to get the interest of interviewers. So that's the first point. That's similar to the first point. That's why I told it. Not many interview actually know about IoT, and but they have heard that it's a very big technology and people are using companies are using it a lot. So they show a lot of interest in projects that are done in IoT. Finally, it's a lot of fun to build. Uh, I ensure you that it will be a very pleasurous experience for you to build a project in IoT. Next slide, Amal. Next, we again come to the applications of IoT. First is connected cars, activity trackers, parking sensors, connected health, smart thermostat, smart cities. So as you can see, the application of IoT are vast. It's not related to just one field. It can be used in many fields. That is why we come to the next slide. Amarjit, next. That's why we come to this statement. There is no one size that fits all when it comes to IoT applications. Now, why this is important and what is its meaning, that will be taken up by Amarjit. Amarjit?
Yeah, thank you, Aditya. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Great. Uh, so basically, this segment written here, there is no one size fit for all. When you see a IoT project, we do not directly see at a like this thing is the problem. We can solve it in this way. IoT is like thinking about the idea and the problem, like distinguishing the problem from sort wise. Just like you see, for an example, let's there be a problem, okay, any kind of problem. So you basically want to solve that problem. So you get the idea that if the problem is solvable or not. Obviously there is a problem, it should be solvable, like it should be in practical in nature, like it should be a like motion sensor car, or the the connecting with your health server, anything. Okay, so basically you try to see how can you solve the problem, and if the problem is solved already, how can you implement in a better way. This is the main reason this event is happening. Like you have to implement your own idea of a specific kind of problem. being a IoT, Internet of Thing, it is vast, and thinking in different field, you can have a solution to any kind of problem. So uh, main is the idea of the implementation, how you solve the problem and how you approach the problem. Okay, let's see, like you want to check whether a like in the check any kind of disturbance in an environment. Okay, so basically you need a sensor. There are many different sensors which can be used at this particular time. Maybe it's infrared sensor or a ultrasonic sensor or motion detector sensor, any kind of sensor. So as the requirement of the nature of that problem, you will be choosing the sensors. Okay, and the same way you will be choosing the modules which will be, I will teach you in the next workshop what are modules and all that things. But according to the problem only, this modules and these sensors and this whole thing will be affected. So implementing the idea is the main thing, and that's why there is no one size fit for all this thing in a when it's come to the IoT applications. Okay, so what we will be working with? Okay, these are the kinds of sensors which are basically found these are the kind of sensors which you like found in different our environment, not environment, our whole day-to-day life, like soil temperature sensor for use the agriculture based IoT product, or humidity sensor. This is also used in agriculture or irrigation based, or the temperature sensor in based IoT sensors. And then again there is infrared sensor. There is also ultrasonic sensor and variety of other sensors. Your mobile can also be accessed as a sensor through its GPS, gyroscope, or simple its camera also can be act as a sensor. Your day-to-day daily activities like social media handles, your Twitter accounts can also be act as a sensors to collect the data and manipulate the data in a way in which you perform an application of an IoT. Okay, so this sensor is just written for here, but you can think of anything as a sensor, as basically it can collect the data and get the data to the cloud. Okay, next come the modules. These things are maybe new to you, or maybe like someone have heard about these things, Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or Node MCU. Basically, it kind of a controller which gets these data from the sensors and do some manipulations. It is a binding building between the sensors, that is hardwares, to the softwares that like coding stuffs and all that thing. We will be getting in detail with the Arduino. Same thing can be applied to the Node MCU or Raspberry Pi with slight differences like the syntax and all the things. But basically for Node MCU and Arduino, most guys use Node MCU and Arduino for IoT. More like this Arduino IDE platform is used for that thing. We will be getting in detail with the Arduino. Okay, so what is Arduino? Arduino is this thing. You can see this hardware stuff. There are different types of Arduino, like Uno, Arduino, Geno, and other Arduinos, depending on the microcontrollers and this whole chips and pins. Okay, we will getting in detail of this structure. First, let's define an Arduino. Basically, it's written here. Arduino is a prototype platform based on an easy to hardware and software. So basically, it's telling us that it is a building bridge between the hardware component to the software part. Okay, this hardware component are connected through this Arduino to our laptops so that we can collect and provide the output. So it's a basically input and output devices, just as any computer. It is concept of a circuit board. Basically, these are circuit boards which can be programmed, referred as then a microcontroller. So having a microcontroller, it can be programmed. The circuit board whole can be programmed, and a ready mode using a ready mode software, Arduino IDE. Just like IDE, you have heard about the code block or anything for using the C or C++ coding. Just like same that thing, there is an also an Arduino IDE for coding this Arduino stuff. Okay, we will getting in detail about this thing, but first I would like that everyone should have this Arduino IDE in their laptops. Okay, should have their Arduino IDE in their laptops. So I will like to have someone who don't have Arduino IDE and volunteer me to explain it, how to install it and run it on your computer. So anyone who want to volunteer? Anyone?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, Vinit. Can anyone give access to Vinit, presenter, make him presenter? Isan? Wait. Where is I could I make him presenter? No. Hello, Isan. Can you make him presenter? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes, 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 you are audible.
I think he is not listening to me. How can we make you a presenter? Okay, no problem. I will show you how to install it. I have already installed it in my laptop, but I will show you the details how to install it, and you can do it simultaneously or by yourself later in
But
after the.
first show how it's done. Then by the time I'll talk to Ishan and see what's the problem. Okay.
No, but I think it will be good. We have the installation process
No,
begin.
no. First you implement it. First you show how it's done. Then we will make
Okay.
Vinit presenter. Then we will do it.
Okay, no problem. Tabs are open. So here is Arduino Geno. Okay, let's have a new file. Okay, so basically whenever you create a new file in Arduino, from here file section, just as control new and anything, you have done this thing. Okay, so you will get this thing. Okay, void setup and void loop. uh, I would like to know if everyone have an understanding of the C language. It is in your first semester course, right?
I don't think so. We are in odd semester and we are not having any C course. I think will be
COSO
learning.
101. Your mic is like quite loud. Can you mute it? Yeah. Sorry for muting you. Your mic was quite loud. So you have the course COSO 101 for C programming, right? Anyone else?
Yes, Bhaiya, we had.
Yeah. So you have the understanding of the C language and have that. Basically, you can create a int variables or different kind of variables and run a loop. I want to know that. Just know that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all these have been taught in the course.
Yeah, you are a first year student now.
No, Bhaiya, I am
Okay, you're
second
second
year.
year. Anyone from the first year?
Yes, I am from the first year.
So
Yes,
you are having the course CSO 101, right?
Yes, I
yes,
have,
yes.
but we haven't been taught in loops yet.
Yeah, you haven't been taught loops, but here we will not be requiring loops, just the basic things like int variable, declaring int
Yes,
variables
sir.
and data
Yes,
types.
yes,
You
Yes,
have
we
done that thing, like
yes,
this
sir. These are
thing.
the basic.
Here I want to declare a int man var is equal to 10, just like this thing.
Yes,
yes.
yes,
In the same way, like in the same the C programming is done, in the same way Arduino coding is done, with a slight difference. Okay, you have seen a int main function in like this in C++, sorry, C. You have seen this int
yes,
main function. In this only you write the codes of all this declaration and all this stuff which run over that code. Okay, in this thing we don't write this int main function. Here you have two functions. Okay, void setup function and void loop function. Okay, setup function, as its name represent, here you run that codes which run only once. Okay, like declaration of the pin numbers and any things. You have the pin numbers in this Arduino pin, digital pin and analog pin. Okay, There are two kind of pins in any Arduino board. There are digital pin from 1 to 13, and there are analog pin from 0 to 5 or 6 maybe. I don't remember. Okay. So basically you define the role of the any pin which you will be using in this setups, or any other kinds of variables or any other kinds of things which you run only once, like you want to run this int var is equal to 10 here, so it declared the variable as 10 here. But you remember this thing, if you are declaring int variable here, so it will only be applicable in the setup function. Okay, the scope of this variable function will be only in this range only. That's why we have to, if you are using any variable which you are using in both the setup function and the loop function, then you have to declare it as globally here. That's what I have done. Okay, now there are some things like many things which new in this Arduino from like different from the C++ or C, like this pin mode. Okay, pin mode, it basically define the role of the pin. Okay, like I want to define the role of the pin of 10. Okay, 10 number pin I have defined as a input from any kind of source which we will connect to the pin number 10 physically in the Arduino. Okay, so I define the role of the pin number 10 as an input, or I have defined pin mode 11 as output. Okay, so basically, is the definition of the things are done, definition or the codes which are run only once. In the loop function, these things which wherever we write the codes here, these are run in a loop. Loop means run continuously, one after the another, and then from the first time and then another. Like I want to just give a digital. Okay, let's see. Me give you an example of this thing. Okay, so basically I can initialize here and this LED bulletin. Okay, LED bulletin is not an inbuilt variable. Okay, so I have to define it as it 10, or I can give it any name. Okay, I can give it var or anything. Okay, let's say I have defined it as var. I will get in detail of this thing, this digital write and delay, all that thing. But just see here, we have defined a var, and I have put here var. So it is of integer type. So, and pin mode can get two variables. Pin mode is the function that we use to get the role of the any
But
pin. Yeah,
Ravi is asking what is pin number and pin mode. Please explain it once.
pin number and pin mode. Okay, I will show you first this Arduino board. Okay, you can see here these things, right? These things. Anyone can respond?
Yes, Priya.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So the name here is written is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously up to 13, right? And here also you can see these things written A0 to A5, right? Okay. So this is a physical Arduino. Okay, the picture of a physical Arduino. So basically these are the pins I was telling about, pin numbers and all that things. These are the pins. These are analog pins and these are digital pins. Okay. Now, what are the differences between analog and digital pins? So basically, it is used for getting the input or writing out the output from this Arduino. Okay, you can get the input from the sensors or any kind of other devices to these pins. Okay, or you can write the output to any other devices using these pins. In many cases, you can be using a digital value like 0 and 1. As you know, digital value is only 2 times 0 or 1. Okay, so in many cases you will be using the values as an input or output as 0 or only 1. In many cases you will be using these values as a range of the values like 0 to 255. In analog case we have 0 to 255 value. Okay, so any value between 0 to 255 you can use that value in the analog pins. These are the pins I was talking about. Okay, understood? right?
Yes, Priya.
So here we have used the int variable 10. Okay. Then we have write the pin
Yes.
mode 10 as the output. Okay. So we have given that number 10 pin number as the output. We have assigned it roles. Okay. Now in the function loop, we are running this over and over again this code. Then what this does this code does, I will explain. This digital write function basically write the 10 number value with high value, like given the 10 number value high, if but it will be writing the 10 number value with digital value. So obviously the 10 number value of the pin will be a digital pin. Okay, that's why we are writing a digital value to it, right? In the Arduino board, physical Arduino board, the 10 number pin here var is defined as 10. So basically the 10 number pin will be a digital pin. That's why we are writing it digitally. Digital write var number 10. We can also write like this: analog write. Okay, and we can assign pin number 5 as any value like 100. Okay, then in this case we are assigning the value pin number 5 with the value 100. Okay, so analog write and digital write, this is the difference. Slightly like this can be written as 0 or 1, which can be here represented as low or high in the code, or in the analog value it can be written as any value from this value, any value from 0 to 255. Okay, then we are giving a delay. What is the delay? Delay is the stopping of the code. Okay, we are stopping the code, but not like whole for whole time. We are stopping it from only 1000 millisecond. The value here in the delay function is given in the millisecond. Okay, so we stop the code from running for 1 second. So basically we write the value of the 10 pin as a high. So high means a voltage of 5 volt will be assigned to the pin number 10, that is the var, to the physical Arduino board, and then a delay of 1 second will be held. So for 1 second the value of the number 10 number pin will be high. Then we will write digital pin, that is 10 number pin, var pin with low. So again it will be value will be get 0, and then we will again assign the value 1 second delay to it. Then it again will be wait for the second. Okay, it will wait for the second, it will be low for a second, and then again this continuously jump back to this part, and it run in continuous loop until and unless the code is broken, or the this Arduino is sort of, or anything kind of the Arduino is disconnected from the PC, or the power supply. For that time this code will be run continuously. Okay, I hope you are understanding this thing. Any questions?
Yes, Priya.
Yeah, yeah.
Amarjeet, have you? We can make Vineet presenter if he is ready. Then we can show how to install Arduino.
Yeah, who want to like present or volunteer? Anyone? Hello.
I can volunteer.
Yeah, Vinith. Adit, can you make Vinith presenter?
Yeah, I'm making him a presenter. Just a second.
Yeah, Vinith, you are a presenter. I will cut up my screen presentation and I will present your screen. Okay. Yeah, you can present. Just present your screen. You will get two tabs. You can click on the screen.
Wait a minute. I'm checking out from where to present. It is showing
Uh,
share content.
Oh, you have two symbols, right, for muting your mic and for video, right?
Yeah.
The left
After
After
symbol
that,
that,
from
the
the muting the
leave
mic.
button. There is a
Yeah.
button for presenting it. Click on that.
yeah, I clicked. It says here content presenter mode.
There will be a screen visible, screen written on the top of it, and a small screen rectangular box
Yeah.
will be. Yeah, you
Now,
are presenting. Yeah, you are presenting.
okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, minimize all the things and open Chrome or any web browser. Yeah, new tab. Search for Arduino ID. ARDUINO. Yeah,
Shall I click on this?
yeah. First link. Okay, go
Now
down.
what?
Slightly down, slightly. This Arduino ID 1.8.19. Okay, you can see here. This is the thing we have to download. Okay, there are two types of download: zip file and Windows 7 newer. Windows 7 and newer. Okay, you can also get it on Microsoft Store. Okay, so you can download from here, or you can get it from Microsoft Store. So just download this one: Windows app, Windows 8.1 or 10. Okay, you have Windows 10 now.
No, Windows 11.
Windows, no problem. Just get Windows 8.1. It will
It
open the
has.
Microsoft Store, and then you can get it, or you can from there that thing Windows 7 or newer. It will get just download a exe file. Okay, just click on Windows 7 and newer. Okay, just download. Did it download?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 minutes.
By the time it's downloading, if anyone else have any doubt, we can clear it. You can ask your doubt. You
Yeah,
can even
anyone.
type it.
Jyotimor Gupta, we will be sharing the WhatsApp link soon.
Okay, Bhaiya. Yeah, I will join it when you share it.
Mr. Assis. Yeah, we have downloaded according to our window NA or particularly Windows 7 version. No, there is written Windows 7 or new version, so you can download it. It will be accessible to all the newer version of Windows. Use of high and low. So you know na like this thing. Okay, I agree. Just agree it. Next. See, this one you have to remember this thing. Just okay. That was written as C/programming exe86/Arduino. I will show you the location. Okay, no problem. This location you have to like remember it. It will be useful in the later part of the workshops. In the next workshops or next to next after workshop. Okay, Kamal, use of high and low. Okay, high is used for writing the pin as 1 and low is used for writing the pin as 0. Like you want to connect a LED from pin number 1. Okay, so you write the pin number 1 as value 1. If you want to glow the if you want to LED to glow, and write it at 0. If you want to as it's not glow, it has to be just install, click on install, then again install. Yeah, install. These things are libraries of Arduino. You have to install this, and there are certain other libraries. This is completed. You can close it. There will be Arduino on your desktop. Yeah, here. Okay, just opening it will be enough. Kamal, am I clear about the use of high and low? Maximize it.
High and low is basically current is flowing or not. If current is not flowing, it's low. It's if current is flowing, it's high. That's it.
Yeah, we have done the installation, and this is the basic window of a new file of the this Arduino IDE. Okay, you can write here code. I will be providing you link where you can learn from the basic of these tutorials of the Arduino, writing the basic codes to advanced code. Okay, so you can go through these whole tutorials. There are quite long tutorials, like having 7 to 8 different documentation. Don't close this. Don't close it. Wait, minute.
Okay, okay.
I want to show you something.
Hmm.
Open the file section. File. File tab. No, not here. On the Arduino only itself. There is a
Okay.
file tab. Okay. You can go to the examples. Go to the examples. And here you can see various examples code. You can open anything. Okay. Just open anything random and maximize it. See here a code is written to analog read the signal of anything, any kind of sensor or device which connected to the this Arduino board. See, this is the code. In setup, we connect this device to the Arduino using this serial code. Okay, using this serial code, we connect this device. Just wait a minute. I am connecting my laptop charger. Yeah, and the serial code connect the analog signal, no, sorry, the Wi-Fi or any kind of sensors to the Arduino board, the serial dot billing 9600. Okay, and then if you want to read the census value or Wi-Fi value, then analog read, just analog read A0 is the pin number of the connected to the pin 0, read the value from the input pin 0. Okay, analog pin 0, you can read the sensor of the values of the analog 0, and you can say serial dot print in census value, just like that. Just as printf you use in the C, you can use it this function serial dot print in census value. Census value is the value which you read from the analog read. The syntax is similar to the C. There are slight differences, like new terms come in, like serials, digital write, analog read. These types of things come in, and delay. Okay, these kinds of things coming like in the Arduino, but the syntax is same. There is a always this semicolon after the end of the any statement, and there is this definition of the function is same as the any functions in C as you use. I will give you the link of various tutorials where you can learn this whole Arduino coding stuff. Okay, so don't worry. Now close this Arduino ID. I want to show you the location which is important, and you need to remember that location. Okay, close it. Open my PC, this PC or anything, this PC, this PC here only. Down. Leftmost corner down. This PC written here. No, not. Yeah, you can open this one thing. Basically you have to open the your C drive. Okay, and then this program file x86, and then you have to open this Arduino. It is the location of all the libraries and all the things Arduino which you done after the installation. Here you can add libraries and anything from, just like we will see in the later part of the Arduino videos and all that things, how to install libraries and all that things. Just I wanted to show this location: C drive, program file, and then Arduino. These things you need to remember, just like the location. It will be useful in the later part of the workshops. Okay. Now you can close the presentation, Vinit. Any questions?
Could show them the links for studying Arduino?
Yeah, I will show it to you, and I will also give you the PPT in. These are the links. I will upload this PPT in the this Udyam team. You will be accessible to these videos and all these things, these tutorials. There will no thing to worry about. This is the code I was just demonstrating. This basically turn a LED on for 1 second and turn it off for 1 second. Okay, and continues this step one like a step after step. So this is a blinking code, Arduino code of blinking. Okay, then there is also a code of fading. Okay, fading means it's start from a minimal value of the LED, like it's start from the zero value of the LED, and then start to glow and glow deeper and deeper, and then again it fade away and that thing. Okay, here basically we have defined three things, just like C, LED, brightness, and fade amount. Its usage will be here. Okay, but defining it here is important. It will be defined in the global, and the role of these things are written in this at the side of this command. The PWP pin is attached to, or the pin which is attached to the LED. Simply the digital pin which is attached to the LED, which is the pin number, is it is written as digital as LED. Okay, and the same thing as in void setup, we write the code of the assigning the role of the pin or anything else which run only once. Okay, or connecting the Wi-Fi using the serial, just like that. Okay, so with pin mode LED, LED is 9 number pin. So pin mode 9 is as in output. We assign the role of the pin as output. Then we analog write LED, like we analog write the pin number 9 as brightness. As brightness means as value 0. We assign it value as 0. Then again we increase the value of the brightness. Brightness is equal to brightness plus fade amount. Just like in C, we write the assign the value, increment of the value. Okay, same thing here we are doing, increasing the value of the brightness. Brightness initially value is 0. Okay, then we are increasing it with amount 5. Fade amount is 5, so we are increasing it for the brightness value with 5. Okay, so the amount of the value of the brightness will increase. Okay, and there is this if statement. If statement is only true, as we know this statement is true, this is or statement. Okay, double this thing is or statement. So brightness is equal to 0 or brightness equal to 25. So basically is saying that if brightness value come to 0 or brightness value change got up to 25. Okay, like we are increasing the brightness value now, so it will get to the 255 value, obviously at the later part of this code, because this code is running in loop. Okay, so when it get to the value 255, then we reverse the value of the fade amount. We changes the value of the fade amount, then the fade amount become -5. Okay, and then again we write the value as brightness will be at 255. Okay, at reaching the 255, so it will be 255, then will the brightness will be brightness 255, and then fade amount will be -5, then will it start decreasing. Okay, and then up to 0, up to it hit 0, the brightness value doesn't hit 0 or 255, so it is decreasing from 255, so it cannot be hitting 255 again. So it will basically hit 0 first. Okay, then it again will hit 0, then the fade amount will again become positive. Okay, though, so we are reversing the direction of the fading amount. It will be increasing or decreasing depending on the value it is hitting. If it hit 0 first 0, then it will be in decreasing, then it increase like that. It will continuously run a loop, and the LED will start to glow, and then it will dim away. Okay, I hope I am able to communicate to you. Like, I know it will be slight difficult to understand these things, but these are the basics. Okay. So I think I will be able to convey what I am saying. Right? Anyone have a question?
Sir, how to connect LED with the Arduino board?
Okay, I will show you how to connect the Arduino. I don't have a physical Arduino at home, but I will show you in the simulation how to connect it in the next workshop. Okay, and sir is not needed. Bhaiya is like enough. Okay, sir is not needed. Any other questions? I think like
When,
this. Yeah, yeah, Ravi.
when will be the next workshop?
It will be provided to you soon. It will be provided. So you just have to like slightly wait. Okay.
So what we have to do till next workshop? What we have to practice?
Till next workshop, you have to go through these links. Okay, this links, two links we have been providing you. These are the tutorials of the Arduino. Okay, you can just, I will show you to open it. Okay, this here, everything, Arduino and stuffs and functions and declaration, all that things are there. Up to how many things you can grasp it, up to your control. But I will suggest, like, up to these things you should complete. Okay, these things, array, time, strings, object, these are the basics. Okay, these are the basics, and then you can advance into libraries. Okay, libraries, math functions and all that stuffs, and then you can get like, you can see the simple code of a basic, any census devices or any kind of reading. Okay, reading the inputs and manipulating the inputs to get a desired outputs. Okay, like, I will give a basic example which we have done in the first year, right? Not in the IoT event, but in basically the robotics event. It was simple, a bot event. Okay, a bot was given. We have the Arduino, we have the IR sensor, we have the I5s, and we have the Arduino coding things. Okay, so basically we have to read the census values of the IR, and accordingly, using the reading value of the IRs, we have to run the bot on a black track. Okay, slight black track, we have to run it automatically. So just simple as this, and it can be advanced into bigger stuff. Okay, you can use the camera, vision AI, or AI stuffs to read the values or output the values accordingly, and you can connect the data. We will be showing you the later part how to integrate with the applications and data collection and data manipulation. There is a web platform, ThinkSpeak, which will be using, which analyzes the data in the later workshops. But you should understanding of the basics of this thing, so you can write this codes. If you write the simple codes, you will be getting the bigger stuff. So I think up to the next videos, you should complete this how much as you possible. But yeah, you have to get grasping of the Arduino coding. It will be required because you will be coding and you will be implementing your own idea of whatever you will be doing. And I will suggest, okay, I will suggest, not I will, like, required from you, your idea should be something new. Okay, if not new, then the idea should be improvement of the already implemented idea. Okay, so your idea may be automation to home stuff, or health consciousness, or healthcare system, anything. Okay, so you have to be any improvement in already implemented idea. Okay, if it is already implemented and in a better way, then what is the role of you again implementing it? Okay, so you have to arrange a new idea. Or being IoT a newer field, there is vast of things which has not yet been done. Okay, so you will be getting many ideas which have not been done, or you will be getting improvement in those areas which are implemented already. So you have to go through also the examples of already implemented idea to get a better grasp of this whole IoT thing. Okay, so I will suggest you to complete this Arduino tutorial and do some coding on the Arduino. Okay, it will help you in your C language also, because the whole this thing is sentence is similar to C, just like C. So it will help you learning your C also for your course. And again, it will help you in this IoT project. And then I will suggest you to go to previous, like, not like all the ideas of the IoTs, like just search Google IoT's ideas, IoT's devices, such as that, and you will get idea how the people are implementing the IoTs from a small scale to a bigger stuff, like a small scale irrigation stuff to a bigger scale mega projects, like connecting all your appliances or all your homes to a single devices and connecting it with a simple as simple as your mobile. Okay, you can control your whole video feed of your CCTV cameras, or you can connect your routine work, or you can connect your simple as your home appliances, like oven, heater, or anything. Okay, so you need to have the ideas of the IoT. Main, I think, this event is bringing up your ideas and implementing it in a uh, greater way. Okay,
It's important
this.
because last year in the final rounds, the judges were from the Cisco. The Cisco persons were judging last round, and the one thing they were noting was the if the idea was new or not. They were giving more priority to those ideas which were new, because As Amarjit already told you, if it's already implemented, then what's the point of it? So try to build a new project.
Or maybe improve the already implemented idea, as I suggested. Improvement is also necessary in any aspect of things, any kind of devices. So you can improvement can be slightest, or maybe not improvement, or extra features also you can add that to the device. Okay, but such ideas like idea or new thing which you add should be unique. Okay, unique as in like it should not be copied from anywhere. Okay, like we will know obviously this is the kind of thing already there in the world, so you can get the idea. Okay, and if you want any help kind of thing like this idea is implemented or not, so we will be sharing the WhatsApp link. You can be in contact with us at every moment during this whole Udyam period. We can contact you, or you can contact the co-coordinates of your second year rights, that is Araman and Sanid. Okay, your seniors only from the second year rights. They have also implemented their own idea in the previous year. I was there. Okay, I was there. I have seen their ideas. Their idea was good. Okay, they have got a position also. I think. Ariman, you have got any position?
Yes, bhaiya, we were second.
Yeah, they were second. See, so you can see that. So you can connect to us, get the ideas. Like you can ask us if this idea is good or not. You can ask your co-coordinates Sanid and Ariman. Okay. Any other question? I think we have completed the workshop. So I think this recording can be stopped. Yeah, recording can be stopped.
Yeah, we stop the recording.